James, put your phone away. We're recording.
It's down. I let go. It's fine. We're good. Hi.
Okay, yeah, sorry. That was very rude. Hi, welcome, hitchhikers.
How dare I? Welcome, everyone, to Trailer Hitch, where we talk about trailers.
We sure do.
I don't know if we've ever actually said that.
Oh, yeah, we should probably clarify. This is a trailer podcast.
Yeah, we talk about trailers.
It's our 8th episode, so I'm sure you have deduced that.
Maybe this might be the first one they're listening to, though.
It could be, yes.
And if that's the case, welcome.
Exactly. I couldn't put it better myself. So.
Right.
Now, if you're new, you might be thinking, all right, great, like, I'm in, this is about trailers, I see movie trailers, this is going to be a good time. But, what's their song going to be? Like, what's their snappy intro tune?
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, we still don't have one.
That's true.
So, if you are so inclined, you can send us a song, a ditty, a tune. As long as it involves Trailer Hitch in some way, I think that would be great.
Even if it doesn't. Really, just anything, a jingle, anything would do. Because until then, we're spinning our wheels with what to put in here for this slot.
Do you have any preference, by the way?
Not at the moment. We'll figure it out right now, though.
You can't haul your stuff without a trailer hitch. Trailer hitch.
Grab a seat, pour yourselves some whiskey neat. It's time to judge the shit out of these future releases by the movie trailers. We're Trailer Hitch. This movie might totally suck, but the whiskey sure is going down fine. Yeah, we're Trailer Hitch.
I don't even know what I'm putting in yet.
Nope, I have no clue. It's fine. We do it all post. Fix it in post.
I'm totally.
But see,
I'm gonna put a Run the Jewels.
No, come on.
Absolutely,
come on. You got to do something that I'll at least. You know what? Even if it's something I haven't heard before, try and make it something you think I'll like.
Okay.
All right. How's it going, everyone?
Hello.
It's late. It's late, Kevin. We're doing this one late.
Yeah.
It's because we're night owls.
I think at heart, yes.
Yeah.
I would say I am.
I can also be an early riser. Like, I flip-flop.
You're a day walker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know what? Never mind. It's not that important. You know what is important?
What's important, Kevin?
Trailers.
Yes.
Yes. And we got a lot for you guys today. We have plenty of submissions for our Hitchhiker segment.
Yes.
So we have a full 20 again.
Again.
Now, we couldn't hit 8 minutes last time.
We were like, okay, maybe we won't do 20 next time. But the challenge arose yet again. And we couldn't do it last time.
We'll get into that later.
Yeah, we'll.
Because we do have our main drag. We got such reviews as Ghost in the Shell.
Beauty and the Beast. Yep.
Yes, of course. Jackie,
and last but not least, Kong, brackets, Skull Island.
It's just a colon.
All right,
Yeah,
whatever.
Okay. So yeah, we have a lot of really great trailers for you. But before we do that, we're going to need to tune up some trailers because a couple of movies that we have reviewed,
main drag trailers have new trailers that have come out. So Live by Night has its final trailer. And Patriots Day has another one. I don't really know where it fits in the chronology. I feel like we're at 2.
Okay, we're at 2. I don't know if it's anyway. We wanted to go take a look at those, let you guys know if anything's different, are our opinions changed at all.
And overall, has our rating changed for it? Perfect,
yes. Yeah. And if you're tuning in for the first time, just so you know, our ratings go need to see more, or never need to see.
Correct.
We deal very much in absolutes.
Absolutely. And by that, Kevin means needing or not needing to go pay for a movie ticket in the movie theater.
That is important.
Yes.
One of our criteria is it has to get us into a theater.
Yes.
Which obviously nowadays is kind of tough.
It's tough.
So you got to have a great trailer. You got to knock our socks off.
Yeah.
First and foremost, let's talk about the new Patriots Day trailer.
Okay, cool.
Ultimately, it is a certainly different trailer.
So different. Yeah, that first one was very much
reserved.
It was very reserved, and it very much dealt with the morning before the explosion.
It was very much about the people, their lives before the incident.
Yeah. And then
the incident, and then
them coming together,
they're brief,
reeling.
It was real brief though in that first trailer.
Yeah,
like I feel like it was only like maybe 30 seconds of post explosions stuff.
Yeah,
maybe it was mostly
hugging.
Yeah. It was mostly focused on the pre-explosions, which is fine. It really set the tone, which was great. Mm-hmm. This one definitely is...
It's more about the event itself.
It gets to it way quicker.
It's more about the bombing itself and then how they go about finding and capturing the terrorists.
Yes, in a big difference that I got from this is, or not a difference, but something that I'm grasping on more for what this movie's about, is this is like what I really liked about this one is that it really tells you how quickly they needed to act on like everything to like catch these guys and stop possible attacks from happening. That first trailer, it was very just kind of... It took its time setting up, and then it was like the explosion, and it kind of dealt with our memories of that. This one, it's like there's two guys there. They need to decide who's taking this, whether it's like the federal government or like state police or something.
Sure.
And it's like, okay, no, it's terrorism. We're taking it. We got to go now. And it's like... super ramped up timetable.
So yeah, again, ultimately the biggest difference is the fact that it's the event itself.
Yeah.
So far, at least just from this trailer, to go back, that first review, something that I really liked about that first trailer was how reserved they played the bombing and how much class there was to it by not necessarily showing the carnage because we know what the carnage was.
Yeah.
And this was definitely going for more shock and awe. This was... people being carted away in stretchers.
Yeah.
It's a Green Band trailer, so we didn't get any gore. But
sure.
I'm sure that's not that far off. And ultimately, I just wasn't that crazy about this trailer. It definitely, again, because it's all the events and stuff, it's stuff that I feel like, we kind of know. And what I liked about that first trailer, what kind of gave me hope, was it was taking a different approach to the story. And kind of giving us who the people of Boston were, and how they were dealing with the attacks. Now it's more or less just like an A, B, C, D, E, and that's how we got these guys. I'm not really liking how it's played. That interrogation scene kind of made me feel uncomfortable.
So I wanted...
the girl with the hijab.
Yeah, I wanted to bring that up real quick because I was... When that scene came up, I was worried that people were going to... Viewers of this movie might take this the wrong way.
I'm very concerned about that. Especially
really grasp onto the xenophobia of fear of people from the Middle East.
Yes.
So that has me worried because that's something that our country, after the election this past week...
Yeah, if we sound exhausted or angry
it's been a week.
Funny.
It's been a week, guys. But I'm just saying I'm worried people are going to look into this one incident too much and just all of a sudden have a firestorm of like fear and hate.
Yeah.
And what I did like about the trailer is they instantly followed that scene up with Mark Wahlberg just saying the word love against hate multiple times. He's, okay, I don't think you quite said it enough. Throw a couple more loves in there. Love triumphs all. Love. And that message needs to come through, especially when you have a movie about the bad guys being from the Middle East, and like you're really selling patriotism, and it's like that's a really like controversial thing right now.
Very.
And I don't know, that it has me worried a bit.
It has me really worried. And I guess additionally, too, right now, especially now that I know, it seems to be a little bit of a wrestling match between the feds and the state. Because it's like, I get the sense that Mark Wahlberg, as a Bostonian, wants to figure out what the hell happened.
Yeah.
Which is completely understandable, but then the mean old feds come in because it's terrorism. Especially that little scene where... they're getting the information and realizing it's a terrorist attack. And then it just cuts to Mark Wahlberg just sort of hanging out by the side of the conversation, and he's like, we gotta get these guys. I was like, who the fuck are you, buddy?
I was just gonna say, Mark Wahlberg in this trailer comes across as like your little brother who just like will not leave you and your friends alone. Yeah. And he's just trying to be. By the way, I was that little brother.
Oh,
by the way, okay,
no,
I'm not.
1,000%
I am the youngest, so that is literally me. So I can really relate to him.
Yeah,
we got to get these guys, man. I totally got that vibe too. It's like he's really just on the sidelines here.
Yeah, totally. And again, the reason why I bring it up is because ultimately I feel like that undermines his character, especially if he's supposed to be the protagonist. Which again, the movie really wants you to know Mark Wahlberg is in this.
Yep.
So. To undermine the character that way, I'm not really feeling
it was a confusing trailer.
No, I got it.
I meant more for what is Mark Wahlberg's role in this film post explosion.
Okay. I agree.
That's what I'm more like. What is it? He's like
yes. Earlier, I'd given this a need to see more. I am downgrading it to a never need to see.
Downgrading it. Yes. Bummer. Sorry, Marky Mark and company.
She'll do fine.
Yeah. I'm just keeping steady at a need to see more.
Okay. So what in this trailer, what did you like about it?
I mean, like I said, I like that we get more of the post-explosion. We got a little bit more of what this movie is going to be about. And with some of my worries, I am now understanding this is about the escalated timetable of trying to catch these guys.
Yeah.
That brought a little bit more attention for me with it. So that was interesting to me. And all the love. There's just so much love to give and have and see and appreciate and love. You gotta love the love. So lots of love in it. So I gotta like that. Anyway, I'm keeping it as a need to see more.
Cool.
Live by Night.
Live by Night, yes. Let's talk about that. So again, that is the next Ben Affleck movie before he gets swallowed up by DC properties.
Yep. Is a gangster movie.
Yeah, Prohibition era.
I was gonna say 1920s, maybe 30s.
Yeah. Ultimately, the final trailer that came out, we just watched that.
Yeah.
Ultimately, there's really not that much that's different.
No, I mean, we got new shots.
There's new shots, for sure.
An assortment of different.
We have Elle Fanning.
Footage.
We have Elle Fanning being really depressed at the end.
Didn't know if she was in it, so there you go.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's new information. But I guess in terms of story, what sort of style we're going to be expecting, there really wasn't that much different.
No.
Now, granted, I really liked that shot where the guys had the guns and they were ready to go. They burst open a door and then it match cuts to
them walking outside. Yeah, that was a beautiful shot.
I thought that was a great cut.
Yep.
I thought that looked great.
And I wonder if that's a trailer cut or if that's a film edit. Like, is that the kind of style of editing that's going to be in this movie?
God, I hope so.
Or was that just like a creative trailer thing? Sure. I hope it's in the movie because I loved that. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. There's really not much else to say about it. It's very similar.
It's very similar. It's a little bit more broody this time.
But the visuals, brooding. Yeah. The visuals still look fantastic. Obviously, yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna keep it at need to see more.
Yes,
still.
This was also a need to see from both of us.
Yeah.
And I will keep it still at a need to see more.
For sure.
Yeah, definitely a lot of stuff to like about it, but ultimately, what's actually going on in the movie?
Right.
Yeah. Like, we still have, like, that vague threat about, some guy coming to take out Ben Affleck.
It's a power struggle. It's a power struggle movie. I'm hoping it brings a little something new to the table.
Definitely.
Because I saw Black Mass, the Whitey Bulger movie with Johnny Depp. Or we saw that one together, didn't we? Yeah. And I just felt like it was fine. It was serviceable. It just I didn't feel like it really brought anything new to the gangster movie genre.
Yeah.
So hopefully this one does.
Yeah, of course.
Nice.
All right.
Good job.
So,
cheers, Kevin.
Cheers. Those have been tuned up. Ultimately, Patriots Day for the worse for me. Like, apparently I opened up the hood and was like, I'm going to cut these brakes.
Yeah. Count your losses. It's fine.
Yeah. But with that, we got our trailers tuned up. Let's go hitchhiking.
We're gonna do the hitchhiker segment first, guys. We're gonna just get into the nitty-gritty. Let's do it.
Absolutely. All right, so should we try again for 8? I mean, I felt like we learned a lot last time.
Did we, though?
I mean, hopefully this will be the test.
All right, yeah, let's do it. Let's stick with 8.
Stick with 8 minutes.
Yep.
Okay, so once again, Hitchhikers for the Uninitiated, we take every trailer that's been suggested to us from our viewers, and we just review all of them. They're really rapid fire.
Rapid fire.
And we have 20 of them, so thank God they're rapid fire.
Yep.
Otherwise we'd be here all fucking night. If you are listening to this and you're thinking, well, God, I'd really like to hear what you think about so-and-so trailer, you can send that to us on our Facebook. You can send it to our email, which is trailerhitchmailbox@gmail.com.
Yep.
There are plenty of ways to contact us where you can submit your request.
That's right. Or just scream it into the void. We might hear you.
Yeah,
I don't
maybe.
know. Maybe. I don't know.
That depends on but we're in LA, so really shout. Yeah, we're going to get started.
Mm-hmm. I'm ready. I'm ready when you are.
Go.
Now.
Okay. Renegades. It's about a group of ragtag Navy SEALs who try to recover lost gold while getting yelled at by J.K. Simmons. I said the trailer pops with breezy style, and the nutso action, including driving a goddamn tank into the water, looks infectious. However, the style was also incorporated in the A-Team and the Losers. Do you remember those movies? I don't either, so I'm cautious. Need to see more.
This movie screams hoorah! Oh look, they said it too. Looks like it's trying too hard. Oh God! Looked like it's trying too hard to sell.
Yeah, I fucked up too.
Looks like it's trying too hard to sell that war can be a grand old treasure hunting time. Still, it's kind of working for the trailer though. Need to see more.
All right, cool. Kill Command. It's basically Chappie killing Marines. I said, so the robot brings them there to kill them, but the woman is able to tell them to stop, but only sometimes? Whatever. Never need to see it.
What is going on here? Some sort of future military mission against robots? Effects look bad, trailers vague and confusing. Never need to see it.
All right, cool. Wolf Mother, which is not a biopic about that Australian band. It's about a group of prostitutes that fight back against a pack of serial killers. And I say, that premise could be pretty tight with the right tone, but the seriousness of the son of a bitch is a big pill to swallow. I'd actually prefer a documentary or biopic about the band. Remember that song, Woman? Pretty good. And whatever happened to them, never need to see.
What genre is this even? I'm getting a horror vibe. It looks psychedelic though, too, but I don't even know who the protagonist of this movie is. Is it the Wolf Mother? Never need to see it.
Run the Tide is Taylor Lautner potentially losing his brother to their mother, who's just been released from prison because he was raising the kid. Anyway, I said it seems too one-sided to be a great drama. If they had played the fact that, she's his fucking mom and would like her son back, I could get behind that. As of now, sigh. Never need to see.
This strikes me as the usual kind of sappy story I'm into, but something hits really hollow in this trailer for me. Could it be that I find it hard to take Tyler Lautner seriously?
He is a werewolf.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. Need to see more.
Okay, Shut In. When a mother with a disabled son accepts another child into her house, the kid dies and haunts him. I said, starts promising with the dynamic between the mom and disabled son, but takes 14 steps too many to create a ghost story. Just let the house be haunted. It's fine. Never need to see.
The kid from Room is an orphan now, and he's Satan? And the guy from Stranger Things just gets to sit and watch his mom go insane again. Wait, what's this movie about? Never need to see it.
The Monster is about a mother and a daughter hitting a monster in the middle of the woods, totaling their car, and potentially their lives too, when the monster takes its revenge. I said the stark cinematography and quick cutting in the trailer piqued my interest. However, there are some contrivances you can smell from here. Place your bets now for how many times they say they don't have cell phone service. I got $1 on 4. Need to see more.
I applaud the confined location of this monster movie and what it appears to be a practical monster effect, but still not much of a monster movie guy myself. Need to see more.
Cool. I said Prey. Let's see. That is a Dutch horror comedy about a lion roaming the streets. An American werewolf in London meets The Lion King? Sure. Need to see.
What a pile of shit. Not the trailer, the pile of lion shit that's in the trailer. That's a first. I may have just said I'm not a monster movie guy, but this looks fun. Hakuna Matata, need to see it.
All right, here we go. So Come and Find Me. It's a movie where Aaron Paul's significant other goes missing. He digs around and starts to uncover hidden pieces of her past that may be treacherous. I said it covers the ground of Tell Noam, but seems to be more held up with genre conventions. The two leads look solid, though, and its visual style seems engaging. It's called Come Find Me, but what do I get out of it? Need to see more.
Oh, cute. They're role-playing. Then she goes missing? Come on, Aaron Paul. She's still role-playing. Go find her. Never need to see it.
Okay. Pet. It's about a creep that captures another creep.
Seriously, that's what it's about. I said, yeah, how the fuck is she going to be a viable threat in a cage? Show me that. That would have been dope. You know what? Never mind. Never need to see it.
Oh shit, pet store guy's crazy. And a kidnapper. Obsessive much. Oh wait, she's crazy too. It's a crazy off. Need to see more.
Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets. It's about, I don't really know, seems like two people are fighting aliens. Anyway, I said, as a teaser, it's purely a world-building trailer, and so your mileage will vary on this based on what you think of the world. Me? I don't know, I'll hear it out. Need to see more.
Superb song choice. Looks vibrant and pretty with charismatic actors. Not crazy about the creature CGI, though, and man, there is a lot of it. Need to see more.
All right, Anonymous. It's about a group of hackers that try and take down the big banks but end up reveling in excess. I said, oh, that's right. I got to catch up on Mr. Robot. Thanks for the reminder. Never need to see it.
Not a fan of glorifying hackers stealing money. Sure, they're doing it to banks, but the title card said it could be happening to you right now. I'm paranoid enough. Thank you. Never need to see it.
Collateral Beauty. It's about Will Smith. He is visited by personified concepts like death, time, and love to help him cope with the loss of his daughter. I said, damn, what a cast. Edward Norton is in it, and by the looks of this trailer, he's only going to be in it for like 4 minutes. But holy shit, this thing is on the nose to a T. It ain't ugly, but doesn't look like a beaut either. What else you got? Need to see more.
Again, I'm a sucker for sappy films, but this trailer seems to overdo it, while underplaying how ridiculous the premise is. You're really underselling that. Way too nonchalant with that. Also, cheer up, Keira Knightley. You're supposed to be loved. Never need to see it.
Cool. Underworld Blood Wars. It's vampires versus werewolves again. And I said, this is still a thing? No shit. Hot Topic's gonna be thrilled. Never need to see.
What exactly does she become that's impossible? A vampire ghost? Also, the whole trailer looks like, or just as bad one-liners. Kate Beckinsale looks great as always, though. Never need to see it.
Solace. It's about a clairvoyant detective that is tracking a clairvoyant serial killer. I said the psychic stuff seems to be the only distinguishing factor from every other serial killer story. It's a shame, too, because that cast is rock solid. I'm going to give it a never need to see, but I'm sure they already knew that.
So it's 7, but less biblical and more psychic. You're going to have to give me more than that. Need to see more.
The Secret Scripture. It's a love story set in the 40s, 50s. Anyway, it seems like
whatever.
This seems like awards bait through and through. We got great actors screaming for love and foreign accents are playing reserved characters. Solid cinematography. But what about the story? I couldn't tell you because I fell asleep until Rooney Mara got convicted into a loony bin, and then I rolled over. Never need to see.
It's like there's something about Mary. If it took place in Ireland in the 40s and Mary got sent to the loony bin for being too attractive, also boring. Never need to see it.
Why him? It's about a father who has to deal with his daughter's douchey internet mogul boyfriend and is mortified by his desire to marry her. I said Bryan Cranston seems to be playing a solid straight man to James Franco's normal insanity. Some of the trailer, especially the scenes with Megan Mullally, really land though. I'll probably see it, but in a theater, need to see more.
Looks like one of the comedies that thinks raunchier you are, the funnier you are. Not the case. Still could have redeeming parts though. Need to see more.
100 Streets is about a former rugby star's marriage that is in shambles and the growing pressure from family and the press start to make him snap. I said, Idris Elba, hey! Trailer totally took me by surprise by pulling layer after dramatic layer. Looked really interesting. If nothing else, it looks like an acting tour de force, and that's pretty damn good. Need to see.
That escalated quickly. I was liking it with the mere family drama, but add in the bonus with Idris Elba totally fucking losing it, way more interesting. Still, need to see more.
All right. Hidden Figures, it's about 3 black women who were hired by NASA to beat the Russians to space. I said, it's basically The Help in Space, but I think what's distinguishing this is it's really funny. Like, there were some solid chuckles throughout, and the charm runs really strong with this. And so, even though I have some reservations here and there, I'm willing to tune them out and just have fun. Need to see.
Charm, humor, drama, cultural relevance, and damn good performances. Take me to orbit. Need to see it.
All right, really quick though. Monster Trucks. It's a kid's film about an alien who takes over a guy's truck and their wacky misadventures. Said Monster Trucks. I'd have to be graveyard smashed to see this. So it's not out of the question. But for $15, I'd rather Uber. Never need to see.
All right, definitely more of a kid movie. 12-year-old me might have loved it. 27-year-old me, pass. Never need to see it.
Cool. Zookeeper's Wife. It's, I shit you not, it's basically the Schindler's List in a zoo. My review. Oh, for fuck's sake. Never need to see.
Looks emotional as hell. I'd be rooting for a tiger to eat the Nazis for 2 hours. But should just be called Zookeeper's Wife. Or it shouldn't be called Zookeeper's Wife. It should just be called Zookeeper because hashtag feminism.
Hashtag feminism. Oh, what did you rate it? Quick.
Oh, need to see more.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
My notes are different than
Jesus Christ.
Stop.
Okay, so we can probably add like 15 seconds because we were fumbling with the phone.
So let's just say 8:30.
8.5, yeah.
8 minutes and 30 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, which is better. By more than a minute than last time.
Yeah.
So, and we fucking stumbled a lot.
We did, yeah. Yeah, I felt bad because, like, I'd actually bothered to write down plot descriptions.
Don't feel bad,
but the tense was completely wrong for what I was leading into, so there were a few times where I'm like, oh fuck. And, like, we have to try and reword it as I was going. So, yes,
it's part of the fun.
I guess.
Good job.
Yeah, thanks.
We did.
We did it. Yeah.
8:4 or 8:30, not bad.
8:30. Yeah, okay. We're getting there, guys. We will. God damn it. Maybe next week it'll be 7.5 minutes.
Yeah, maybe. I'm amped up now, Kevin. Let's get into the main drag. I'm excited.
Yeah, let's do this. Okay, so our very first trailer for you guys tonight is The Ghost in the Shell.
Ghost in the Shell.
This is Major. I'm on site. I'm going in.
Right, so this is Ghost in the Shell.
Ghost in the Shell. Now, that's a graphic novel or anime?
Anime.
Okay. Sorry. I'm definitely not familiar with anime stuff.
I haven't seen the anime either.
Okay.
So yeah, we're coming in this
pretty fresh. Pretty fresh.
So yes, Ghost in the Shell is directed by Rupert Sanders, starring Scarlett Johansson. Otherwise, seems to be like a fairly, like a cast of character actors.
Sure.
Yeah. In terms of what it's about, from what I gathered from the trailer, is Scarlett Johansson her life is saved by the police force that basically turn her into a robot, and now she's like out fighting crime.
Sure.
Which you might be thinking, isn't that RoboCop though? But here's kind of where it twists, and it doesn't twist until the very end of the trailer. But it seems like she's captured or something. And she is then told by a masked and mysterious figure that, no, they didn't save your life, they ended up stealing it from you, which sort of implies that this police force ended up just taking some poor woman off the street and was basically like, God damn it, you're a cop today.
Yeah, eeny, meeny, miny, ghost shell.
So yeah, that's what I'm getting story-wise from this trailer. Otherwise, this does seem more like a visual treat than anything.
Do you think Scarlett Johansson was just like wandering around after Lost in Translation and they were like, she looks lost, we could use her?
If that turned out to be the twist of the movie, this was all a sequel to Lost in Translation, I am in that theater, and then the movie ends, and I'm staying in that theater watching it a second
Bill
time.
Murray walks away, she gets snatched right up, he turns around to say one more thing, it's like, oh, all right.
Oh, but I was going to say something barely audible to you.
Oh, no.
So yeah, ultimately this seemed like a visual treat, and by and large, I was enjoying the treat.
Yeah, I was liking it.
Yeah, definitely. The robotic geishas, those colors.
Oh, that was cool, man.
And especially like when the face opened up, I thought that looked really great.
Yeah.
That scene where she's floating and then like the shell seems to explode and like they turn into petals. I'm not really too sure what's going on there, but it looks pretty.
Yeah, she looks like she's encased in something, like some sort of chrysalis or cocoon, and that's her like bursting out of it.
Yeah.
Because she's ready to take on the day now, I guess.
Yeah.
She had her android cup of coffee, busted out of her cocoon, and she's ready.
She's ready to go. She's ready to fight some crime.
Now wait, is this a police force? Because I was getting the impression.
That's what IMDb says.
Okay, that's what IMDb says, ladies and gentlemen. I was getting the impression she's an assassin. Sure. Without reading anything, that's the vibe I got.
I mean, she could be. I haven't seen the anime.
Interesting. Okay, but it is unclear about that, though.
Yeah. Definitely.
So that will be interesting to learn more about. But whatever she is, whether she's working for the law or like some sort of assassin agency, she's embracing this life that she has in front of her right now.
In her eyes, she is doing a service to the world.
Yes.
Like, because she is ungodly and can like run on walls and shit. Yep. She can really stop the bad guys and, take a bite out of crime.
Well, and seemingly amazing, like incredibly grateful towards this company or the government or whatever who, quote unquote, maybe or maybe they didn't, saved her life. Who's to say?
Who's to say? Yeah, the question is in the air. And speaking of questions in the air, we should bring this up because we're PC as fuck. There was a ton of controversy about this movie because it is an anime. and people were upset that Scarlett Johansson was cast as the lead instead of an Asian actress.
Yes, Hollywood whitewashing again was the foul call.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just based off of this trailer, it does seem like it's set in,
future.
In the future, but it seems like it's set in Japan.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, that's
China, it's set in Asia.
Yeah.
Now, ultimately, do I have enough context as to why it is a white woman versus an Asian woman?
Right.
No, I don't.
Not at all.
I mean, I think for the purpose of the story, as of right now, it does seem like it would make a ton more sense to just cast an Asian in the lead. Did you think that it should have been an Asian actress instead of Scarlett Johansson?
I don't know. Like, it seems like they're not trying to pass her off, obviously, as
which is good.
Japanese,
which is a saving
right?
Grace.
So clearly, she's got some sort of backstory where she is American, or
you would hope so.
Yeah, and then the question isn't, they're trying to sell her as like an Asian woman. Well, no. Now the controversy is solidified that it is more, are you changing the origin of this anime to fit your Hollywood superstar actress?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's not enough to keep me out of the theater. I thought this trailer was really cool, man. Mm-hmm. And I like Scarlett Johansson. I think she completely kicks ass. She's one of the great female action stars that we have right now.
Totally.
And fingers crossed that we get that fucking Black Widow movie sometime soon.
For sure. Hashtag feminism.
Hashtag feminism. But
we need it now more than ever.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know anything about the anime. Maybe the ghost. Does she have a name? I don't know. Maybe the Scarlett Johansson ghost character is very vague on their origin ethnicity. Who knows?
Sure.
I don't know because I haven't seen the anime. So I'm pleading ignorance on this one. I can be ignorant just because I don't know the anime. So that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought it was an awesome trailer, though. I had a lot of fun with it. And like you said, the visuals look great. The choreography looks fun and different. I fucking love Depeche Mode, and we got a fucking Depeche Mode cover song, remix in there. That was real cool. It flowed real well. I liked it, man. I liked it.
From a visual standpoint, I did. I had a grand old time watching it.
Yeah.
As of right now, I don't really have a clear sense of story, clearly, because, I had to look up on IMDb, and I was like, oh, apparently she's a policewoman, and you thought that she was
an assassin.
Yeah.
That's my thought, anyway.
Yeah. And so, right now, that's a little bit vague, and so, we have, just the barest traces of a plot right now. Ultimately, that's the thing I don't know. I don't even really know what Ghost in the Shell, the anime, is about.
Yeah.
And so, if anything, that's really more what I would be hoping to get out of this trailer. And right now, I don't really have that much to go off of.
Yeah.
Is that enough to make me go, well, fuck this? No, because, again, I completely agree with you. It looks really great. And it looks like visually it's a ton of fun. But, I don't know if I'd be willing to run right into a theater yet.
Yeah. So, go ahead. Say your review. You don't have to hold back, man.
My good man, I need to see more.
Need to see more. All right. With this one, for the trailer, it was definitely style over substance, which I was kind of very on board with this one. I loved the style of this trailer. I just really liked it a lot. And it didn't bother me that we didn't have a lack of plot or story. But like you said, it is very much, I'm curious what's more. I'm reluctant just to slap down my money for this one and be like, yeah, take my money, I'm ready. So I think I'll need to see more with this as well. But I'm telling you, man, it's real close to need to see it already.
Sure.
But it's almost there. It's just I need a little bit sliver more.
Yeah, and I can definitely understand where you're coming from. Visually great story. I'm not really too sure yet. Is there a reason why she's white? I mean, there's just a couple things that are hanging right now that, I would like to get a little bit more context on. And so, I completely get where, there isn't really too many specific things I can pinpoint, but the two things I can think of right now they're enough.
Yeah.
And now if they give us another visual trailer, completely new and it's just even crazier than this one, I mean, yeah, like the style I could see winning me over at some point. But, like what's behind that?
Yeah, I was real close to the style winning me over for this one. Like really, really, really close. So there you go.
Okay, cool. So now we're going to go from talking ghosts to talking beasts. Because we got a trailer for Beauty and the Beast.
It's a whole different animal.
The master's not as terrible as he appears.
I say we kill the beast!
Think of the one thing.
Tale as old as time.
Beauty and the Beast.
I mean, you skip some stuff, but that's fine. We're under a time constraint, so that's fine. We gotta compress time wherever we
brevity,
can.
Okay. I'm making up for the extra time we did for.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, this is Beauty and the Beast.
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and skip a plot synopsis because
The most romantic.
it's a tale as old as time.
The most romantic version of Stockholm Syndrome ever out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's of note. This is starring Emma Watson, Dan Stevens is the Beast, but we also have Ewan McGregor, Stanley Tucci, Emma Thompson, Ian McKellen, Kevin Kline, Josh Gad. Like I can keep going. Like there's a ton of people in this.
Yeah.
It's directed by Bill Condon. And ultimately, you know what? I'm going to let you start. You're a pretty big Disney head. What do you think?
Yes. Well, Beauty and the Beast, the cartoon, is one of my favorites.
Sure.
I'd go Aladdin above Beauty and the Beast.
Scandalous.
I know, right? Holy shocker. But Beauty and the Beast, man, it's just completely iconic and amazing, and I just love it so much.
Sure.
So I am just like insanely excited. Like I've been excited for this since it was announced, and since it was announced that Emma Watson was playing Belle, which I think is perfect casting.
Yeah.
That was one of the first casting things I heard, and I'm like, I'm on board. I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I thought the trailer was really good. I have some bones to pick with it here and there. We'll get into that. But overall, I really liked it, and I am excited for the magic and wonder that this could bring.
Story
Also, as with like the Cinderella live action film that they made, and I didn't see Jungle Book yet, but I'd like to. And with those, I'm sure they like bring something new to the story too. I've been told Jungle Book did it, and I know Cinderella did it. It's not just the cartoon brought to life. I mean, it is, but they add to it too. You know, which is great because a lot of these things would be dated if you just brought it to life and then there you go.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Not only is boring, that's the same thing, but like some of these things are a little like dated. But I'm real excited, and with having two nieces now that are getting really into Disney, I just get real excited about them seeing these kinds of things too, and my sister and brother-in-law sharing that with them. I think that's really exciting, in the same way that the cartoons were for me, and also Disney does cartoons too, so there you go. Anyway, I liked the trailer. I would like to hear your thoughts before I get into my nitpicks and stuff.
Okay. I guess I'll start off by saying Emma Watson looks good in it. I think that's really great casting as Bella, both in terms of what she looks like,
physical appearance, and
but also she seems to be embodying how I see that character.
Yeah.
And I think that's really great. Ultimately, I am going to start to go into negatives a little bit.
Let's do it. Bring it on, man. Bring it on. I'm ready.
Because ultimately, I guess I'll just say for the record, I was a Simpsons kid growing up. Like, I watched those tapes end on end instead of watching Disney movies. Don't awe. The Simpsons rules.
I sighed. I didn't awe.
Coming as someone who isn't completely over the moon, I think that this trailer's really banking off of just, hey, Beauty and the Beast. You love Beauty and the Beast. This is Beauty and the Beast. Fucking we'll see you there.
Yes.
Bear in mind, I do also have great memories with Beauty and the Beast. It's the only show that I've seen on Broadway, and it was fucking amazing.
Nice.
And so I think it's a great story, but ultimately, okay, but what about this version makes me need to see this? Mm-hmm. And as of right now, I don't really have too much because, the big thing with this version is it's live action.
Yeah.
However, Gaston and the clock motherfucker and the tea kettle are done with CGI.
Yep.
And
Gaston is the man, by the way.
Shit, sorry.
You're thinking of Lumiere.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the play in a while
and it's Lumiere, Cogsworth, and Mrs. Potts.
Thanks, bro.
Just so you know.
Thanks, bro. So yeah, ultimately, there's CGI, and I kind of liked what they did with the faces with the teacup. But Lumiere and Mr. Cogsworth, I thought kind of looked not great, personally.
Sure.
Like, I wasn't buying it right now, because it did look super heavy CG.
Yeah.
And... I didn't really quite think that worked. And so, again, the characters the actors seem like they'll be pretty solid in it. And, it's a great cast.
Yeah.
But cool, but what about this version?
Sure.
Though, other than the actors involved?
Sure.
And as of right now, there's really not that much there for me yet. How about you?
It's kind of similar, what I have to say about that. It's all there for me. Like, I'm still there for this movie because I am just really excited about it. I have been for a long time. But one of my biggest gripes with it was the representation of the servants, Lumiere, Cogsworth, and Mrs. Potts, and all of the above.
Sure.
I just think the conceptual design of them is pretty uninspiring.
Yeah.
Especially, and this one really bothers me, is Lumiere, who he just looks like a golden action figure who happens to have a candle on his head and 2 on his hands. You would never have a candlestick that looks like that. That is literally just a man. It's just a man. It's just a guy. It's just a gold guy in a trench coat holding candle. It was a little disappointing to see that. And Mrs. Potts and Chip, I don't know, the proportions seemed weird. I feel like they shrunk down the proportions a bit.
Well, they made them. It's the size of what an actual clock would be. It's
sure.
the size of an actual candlestick.
Sure. No,
but why the fuck do we need that much realism?
It's exactly what I'm saying. And it's like if someone was in a boardroom or something, spitballing these things, and they're like, no, this needs to be the size of an actual clock. It's like, no, it doesn't. It's magic. Mm-hmm. You don't need to explain it. It's like, well, what, wouldn't that clock be no, it's magic. Yeah. Boom. Problem solved. Yeah. It's all magic. You don't need to explain it. Just say, oh, it was magic, whatever. Yeah. So, I don't know. I feel like the proportions of them are a little weird. I felt like Mrs. Potts looked very small. Yeah, it looked like the size of a real, teapot. But, just plump it up a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, and the faces on Mrs. Pot and Chip just seemed kind of drawn on, sort of.
Seem very drawn on. I think I was just appreciating because it's oh, that's a different take.
I guess, yeah. And Cogsworth just had a lot going on.
Totally.
And I don't know. I just don't like the conceptual designs of the servants. Okay, so that's my biggest gripe.
Okay.
The Beast I thought was legit. That, I thought they nailed the look of Beast. I was worried about that. I'm like, how do you do that without making it look goofy? But I thought they made it look not goofy, which was important.
It wasn't goofy, and definitely looked a little bit scarier than the Beast from the cartoon.
Yeah, but with a vulnerable side. You see the vulnerableness. Vulnerability in his
I've fucked up 30 words so far. So.
His horns seem to curl a bit more in this one than they do in the cartoon, but whatever. You can't win them all.
A minus, solid A minus for that Beast.
The iconic Belle in the yellow ball gown, and Beast in his blue suits dance looks incredible. It just pops. It looks great. I'm excited, man. I'm just excited.
And bear in mind, I remember watching the trailer for the Jungle Book live action.
Yeah.
And thinking, what the fuck? They're taking the Jungle Book and darkening it up? What this isn't gonna work.
Yeah.
And I haven't had the opportunity to see it yet. However, everyone who I've talked to who has seen it has said nothing but great things about it.
That's what I hear.
So there's a good chance that the Jungle Book trailer was just a missell, and there could be a chance that, there could be more stuff going on in Beauty and the Beast that we're just not seeing because the trailers are just banking on you to come.
Yeah.
Because you love Disney, right? Well, come on board.
I do love Disney.
And so, I mean, there's certainly a shot that, there'll be some cool stuff going on. I just wish it was in the trailer to get someone like me who'd be sort of more on the fence about seeing it.
Fair enough.
Entirely, let alone in a theater, to now come on board, too.
Yeah, fair enough. Also, I just wanted to point out real quick, a lot like the La La Land trailer, we still have yet to see actual...
I had to
visually see people moving their mouth to singing. We haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
What is the reluctance? I don't understand it.
I can't tell you, man. I had to glance at the genres listed on IMDb and was like, oh no, sure enough, this is a musical.
Yeah.
Apparently.
No, and I knew it was because Alan Menken wrote the music for it, who is just like the heavy hitter,
Sure.
And he wrote 2 additional songs for it.
Oh, cool. Okay, so that's something new.
I told you there will be new stuff. I promise. Even though this trailer isn't doing a great job at conveying that it's bringing something new to this story, I'm really confident it will.
Okay.
Because of what everyone has said about Jungle Book and what I thought about Cinderella, they brought something new to it.
Sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, for me, it's a need to see it.
But for this trailer, for me, because I haven't really seen too much, I'm going to give it a need to see more.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Because, again, even though I'm not as over the moon for Disney, I really fucking love Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Of course I do. I have those memories, and, that fucking Broadway play was off the chain. So, yeah, of course. But, again, if we could just see some singing, if we can see...
what is the reluctance? I don't understand.
Yeah, that's really all I'm asking. So let's move on from beasts to apes.
Man, we're segueing like champs here.
I mean, it's just, we're keeping it blunt, we're keeping it efficient tonight.
Yeah.
So this is a trailer for Kong Skull Island.
These are photos of an island in the South Pacific.
The place where myth and science meet.
We use explosives to shake the earth, helping us to map the surface of the island.
You're dropping bombs. Scientific instruments.
Stop monkeying around, James. We gotta do this review.
I wasn't even doing anything. I was ready.
That was lame. Anyway. Kong Skull Island.
We're keeping it in, Kevin. Keeping it in.
Directed by Jordan Vogt Roberts, who directed The Kings of Summer pretty recently.
I loved The Kings of Summer. It was so good.
The screenplay was co-written by Dan Gilroy, who wrote and directed Nightcrawler. So this seems to be a bit of a departure.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, I mean, same thing with the director. I mean, Kings of Summer is just a coming-of-age, heartwarming type of movie.
All right, now get ready for this. This is starring Brie Larson, Tom Hiddleston, Samuel L. Jackson, John Goodman, John C. Reilly. Pretty big cast.
Stacked.
Yeah. Really good actors, too. The trailer opens up with these people getting their mission, which is, hey, we have this weird, unexplained island. John Goodman says it's where science and myth meet. So they go to map out the island, which is them dropping bombs. Literally, they're using the seismic activity to get the lay of the
It was a different time.
Yes, it was. That is very fair. I think this is set in the 60s.
I don't know when it's set. It's vague.
Okay.
I mean, it does have a very Vietnam feel to it, doesn't it? Like an Apocalypse Now type of feel to it.
That could be a massive misread on our part.
I know. Yeah.
So anyway, they're flying around on helicopters. They're dropping bombs. Everything's going well and good. And then, hey, something is out over there in the distance. What could it be? Doesn't matter, because now a tree just hit you in the face.
I believe the direct line is that a monkey? Dead. Tree in the helicopter, dead.
Yes. And that's when things start to go awry. There are monsters on the island, and sure enough, King Kong makes an appearance.
Yeah.
They also happen to meet a crazy John C. Reilly who's just hanging out on the island.
With the indigenous.
Yeah. Who warns them of Kong and highly encourages them to leave. And then it seems to be just that, them trying to get off of the island. And John Goodman's character really wants him to collect some sort of evidence that this ape exists.
Yeah.
Everyone else would rather just go home.
Yeah, it's like, dude, come on, man.
Yeah.
We're going to die here.
Exactly. So yeah, that's in a nutshell what's going on in the trailer.
Yeah.
We get a lot of action too, and ultimately, so far, I'm really digging what I'm seeing
Yeah.
on Skull Island at this. Like, I think for the most part, like the action seems to be fairly entertaining. There was one shot where it's like first person and it looked like a video game. Not crazy about that, but you know what? 1 out of like 15 action shots, it's okay. So right now, I only have one main reservation about this. So John C. Reilly, super funny in this. Like, I was laughing at his lines throughout the trailer. Tom Hiddleston just kind of seems like a generic badass.
Okay,
That's
so
super fucking boring.
here's the thing. He's not even badass. For me, like he looks the action hero type, right? Yeah. So far, everything that has come out of his mouth is just saying things that are obvious. Like, so you're dropping bombs. So what do you call those things? Skull crawlers. Why do you call them that? It's like, oh, I wouldn't be surprised if he, like, the first time they see, like, King Kong, he's like, hey, guys.
That's a big monkey.
A big ape there. It's like he just seems to be, like, the guy who just, like...
He's like Mark Wahlberg in that Patriots Day scene in that trailer.
Yeah,
where he's just
we
like,
gotta
sort of
get
off to
these
the side,
guys.
like, hey, just so you know, this thing is happening right now.
He just seems to echo things that we will already know.
Yeah.
Which is weird because he's such a capable actor. And then even more mind-boggling is Brie Larson didn't have a fucking line in this entire trailer.
Totally unrepresented.
And this is the second... good word. Unrepresented, because the only time she's in this trailer, she is like... just behind and to the side of Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah.
It's like he's just, it's like she's just like hitched to him and like being dragged around by like a rope or something. I don't know. You gave me nothing.
This is a hitch that Trailer Hitch is not about.
Hey, you did it. Trailer Hitch.
Yeah, it took me a sec, but I figured that out. Completely fair. She is barely
non-existent.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on there. Like, do they just have
the relationship?
Do they just
not, and hopefully it's not like there's a forced love subplot.
Yeah.
But like, why is she like a part of the scientific crew?
Yeah, why is she on the expedition?
Or is she one of the military people? Like,
I feel like she is.
Who is she?
Brie Larson is like top billing. Like,
she was the first name on the IMDb page.
Like, she is kind of with Tom Hiddleston. Like, no, more so than I'd say more so than Tom Hiddleston.
She's a fucking Academy Award.
She's a bigger star.
Yeah.
So how is she taking not just like a back seat, but like the fucking bike rack on the roof of the car seat to everyone else in this movie? I don't understand. Is something like weird? Like, did something not playing well with her in the movie? Does she just phone it in? I don't want to believe that's true.
Are they going to pull a Fury Road on this? And it's like, surprise, it's actually really feminist.
Yeah, but I feel like even the trailers for
you would at least like
Fury Road showed like highlighted Furiosa.
Yeah, that's true.
And this one, it's
I'm
just
trying to give this the benefit of the doubt.
It's almost like they're trying to hide her.
Yeah,
and I don't understand that. So that has me a little concerned.
True,
but for the most part, I thought this looks like a fucking blast.
Yeah,
it just looks like fun.
Which again, because I don't feel like I hit the point enough right now. Like right now, Tom Hiddleston, I'm worried that his straight-facedness is going to zap at that fun. You know what I mean?
But I think honestly, it might. You're right. It totally could. I think there's enough other people at play there. Like, you got John Goodman, you got Samuel L. Jackson, Brie Larson. If any of the men let her open her mouth, she'll be there. And King Kong and John C. Reilly. It's like, I don't know. I feel like maybe that won't be a big part of it.
Yeah.
But it just looks like a ton of fun, which I never thought I would say about a King Kong movie, because I've never started a King Kong movie and actually finished it, because I've been bored with almost all of the ones I've ever seen.
Yeah, the Peter Jackson one's super long.
Never finished it. And even like, and I
actually started it like 6 years ago. I'm still not done with it.
But like, I love classic movies too, so I tried watching the original once too, and I was just, I can't. I got other things to watch.
Yeah, for sure.
So this just looks like fun. It's like the creators were just kind of like, let's just make something bonkers.
Yeah,
and
for
fun.
sure. It's like, hey, let's throw a tree at a helicopter.
Yeah. It's like, hey, this is a movie about a giant ape. Let's treat it as such. Yeah. So I thought it was really fun, and I don't have much else more to say about it. I thought it was funny. The action looked good. The shots looked beautiful. Yeah, I don't know. I this is a need to see it for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will have to, unfortunately, stick down to a need to see more.
God, you're really dragging me down this week,
dude.
Kevin.
I'm sorry.
Just get the hell out of here. Why don't you go to Skull Island?
No. Hey, I don't want to die. This is my apartment. I hold the power in this situation right now.
This is your apartment. That's a good point. And
again, it is mostly because of, as of right now, at least the way they're billing it, Tom Hiddleston and Brie Larson are the main characters. And yeah, a great supporting cast can make a movie really, really fun, but ultimately, like, they're your main characters. And if one of them is just like this straight-laced, no thrills, no fun, just like scowling son of a bitch, I don't really give a fuck about that. If the main female character just sort of stands behind people while the movie is going on, that sucks. And like, that's not interesting to watch from a story or character standpoint.
For sure, yeah.
And so right now I'm just concerned that like this isn't going to, I'm afraid that that's going to drag the movie down. And when I say need to see more, if I see like one trailer where if Tom Hiddleston even cracks a half smile, then I'm probably fucking in.
Yeah.
Like, as long as I know there's a soul in that piece of
We know he can smile, because all Loki does is smile. So.
Yeah. Or if Brie Larson gets a line. Perfect!
Yeah.
Now I know she can talk. That's what I want to see.
Or even opens her mouth to begin speaking, to just let us know that she's thinking about it.
We would have to dig back, but honestly, did she have a line in the first Comic-Con trailer?
She might have had. So for people that don't know, this is the second trailer of Kong.
Oh, we should have said that.
That's fine. No, that's fine. And the first one was released with Comic-Con. Mm-hmm. Honestly, to my memory, maybe she had one line,
and
it was like
it might have been ADR, or not ADR, excuse me. It might have been voiceover.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't remember, but it's definitely interesting why they're showcasing everyone else so much and not like one of your biggest stars.
Yeah.
So that was weird.
And bear in mind, like, I think there's a lot of really great stuff going on in this trailer. This is a very high need to see more, if that makes any sense.
It does make sense. I gave the same for... I've done that. I've given that. Totally. That's fine.
Almost there.
Yeah.
Like, for sure I'm going to see it at some point. It's just a question of, is it going to be a theater? And that's still a question for me at this point.
Fair enough.
So, we talked about ghosts.
Yep.
We talked about beasts.
Yep.
We talked about apes.
Yep.
And there's no real good way to segue this, so we're talking about Jackie Kennedy now. The biopic is called Jackie. Here's the trailer.
Yeah.
I've grown accustomed to a great divide between what people believe and what I know to be real.
And how would you like him remembered?
There should be more horses, more soldiers.
Why are you doing this, Mrs. Kennedy?
There's more crying, more cameras.
This is making us look like barbarians.
What's wrong with you? You don't have to do this.
I will march with Jack. Alone if necessary. I'm not the first lady anymore.
All right, anyway, so this is Jackie. This is directed by Pablo Larraín. My apologies, I'm probably butchering that name. The only thing I recognize that he has directed is a movie called No, which stars Garcia Gail Bernal. I think that's the right order. Anyway, it's pretty good. I would definitely recommend checking that out if you get a chance. Written by Noah Oppenheimer, it's starring Natalie Portman, John Hurt, Peter Skarsgård, Billy Crudup, Greta Gerwig, John Carroll Lynch. This is the night of stacked casts. So yeah, the movie, as one might imagine, is a biopic. But it doesn't seem to be womb to tomb. It seems to be just centering from the point in which John F. Kennedy, which was Jackie Kennedy's husband, was assassinated, and just her dealing with that aftermath.
Yeah.
And that appears to be what the movie is. And honestly, I'm super stoked about it.
I can see that.
I feel like, they are nailing the tone right. Like, they're taking the right approach to it by helping us remember John F. Kennedy gets assassinated. We all know that. There's a good chance you've seen the Zapruder film. And I feel like when you say JFK assassination, the first thing that triggers is conspiracy theories. It's
sure.
Like, we get really entangled in that. And I feel like with this, it helped remind me, there was a human being who had her husband get killed, and then he died in her lap as they drove to the hospital. And how tragic that is. And how did she deal with that? How did she tell her kids what happened?
Yeah.
And there's such potential for great drama there. And so far, it seems like they're really hitting that. Like, they're showing her unravel. They're showing her try to keep appearances as the First Lady, or the former First Lady, after the assassination, while trying to reconcile the fact that her fucking husband is dead.
Yeah.
And, I think that could be really powerful. And Natalie Portman looks like she's doing a great job in it, and it's definitely a movie that I think has to be anchored by a great performance. And so far, it looks like it's a really good performance.
Totally.
As of right now, I'm pretty in with this.
Yeah, I've been definitely looking forward to seeing her in something that I loved her performance as much as since Black Swan.
Sure.
I feel like I don't know if I've seen her in anything since Black Swan where I went, man, she crushed it, So this, that is an exciting notion for me. But like you said, this movie, or the visuals of this trailer look just astoundingly beautiful from top to bottom.
The shot in the graveyard.
Every shot. I'm not even gonna keep. Well, you could talk all day about every shot in the trailer. It's every shot.
Yeah.
It's masterfully thought out and
everything's
composed.
really beautifully composed.
Yeah, it's great. I just thought this trailer was a little, I don't think disjointed is the right word, but it seemed to jump a lot. Which is a creative choice to do it that way, and clearly you responded real well to it. I didn't respond that well to it. It seemed to, especially the last fourth of the trailer, if we want to break it, the last 25% of the trailer just seems to be cutting back and forth to a lot of different random times in Jackie Kennedy's life. Which I don't know, it just was more confusing to me than anything. I guess I would have liked a more streamlined trailer. Not that I need it to be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, but it seemed like, and especially near the end, they seemed to be just reusing, not the same shots, but okay, we see this really beautiful shot of Jackie in this one location. And then 3 shots later, we'll go back. We're seeing another shot, a different angle, but the same scene.
It does
from her.
The trailer does definitely reuse shots, because they also, and I really loved it the first time, where they're on the freeway. It's completely bare except for the motorcade and the convoy, and the camera cranes in, and then kind of goes into a top-down shot of the motorcade.
Yeah.
And the first time I saw that, I was like, that's fucking great!
Yeah, it's a great shot.
And then they do use it. They use it again,
later. And that's not the only shot they do that with. It happens
there's also
a
there's
lot
one on the beach,
and I it really stood out to me, and not in a admiring way, in a kind of like, oh, why are they just like reusing the same kinds of stuff all over again? It's clearly a creative choice. I just don't respond. I didn't respond to it as well. It just seemed very, I don't know. I feel like you could go a lot of different directions with a trailer with a movie like this, I feel. And maybe not a lot, but, a few different ways. And I just... More than two. And this is not one of the two that I responded with. But all the things that you talked about were, like, I totally agree with, though. So it's not that I'm like, shit-talking it or anything like that. Sure. It's just for those reasons, this particular trailer didn't totally, like, hook me. Like I said, I think it looks gorgeous, and I love Natalie Portman, and I'm excited to see her in a, like, show-stopping performance again. I'm going to give this a need to see more, though. I'd like to see more. I'd like to see this in a different style of a trailer, and maybe I'll get that. So, I don't know.
Hopefully.
There you go.
I will give this a need to see. And yeah, I completely understand that they definitely do reuse shots. Didn't bother me quite as much. Specifically the one with the motorcade stood out to me a little bit. And do I have
I mean, that's probably because it's the coolest shot.
Yeah. Do I have a reason for why they did that? No. I mean, like, I could try, but I'd probably sound dumb.
But how is it different from any other time?
Got him. Off.
Bloody got him.
I'm completely won over by its style. I think visually it looks great, and looks like Natalie Portman's going to kill it.
Yeah.
She damn well should.
She does say Jack a lot throughout the whole trailer.
Well, I mean, yeah, her husband's dead.
Yeah,
of course.
I'm not. It's not a criticism.
That's a weird observation. Are you Mark Wahlberg in Patriots?
I was watching this trailer and I'm like, I wonder if she says Jack more than Mark Wahlberg says love in Patriots Day.
Should we do a quick count?
Nope, I'm done. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, it was just a weird observation.
I'm a need to see. You're a need to see more.
That's right.
And that's just where we're at.
We just couldn't come to agreement on most things. You know what? Good. We're different people, Kevin. We don't always have to agree.
Okay, we are moving on to our very first trailer in the Rearview.
Yes, we're gonna do it real quick. Quick segment, though.
Now, just for some context, a few episodes ago we reviewed Arrival.
Yeah.
The trailer. We both came in agreement. We were need to sees on it. And so, as we have said time and time again, we would then go out, see the movie opening weekend, and then report back to you guys the next time we had the opportunity to record.
Absolutely.
And now we're actually going to do it. We kept saying we were going to do that week after week, and now you actually get an opportunity.
And here we are, you son of a bitch.
However, I just want to note, before we get too far into it, just because... I know this happens to me a lot with podcasts where, like, all of a sudden something that I'm listening to will talk about a movie that I haven't seen yet, and so I feel the need to skip ahead or, just not listen to that episode because I haven't had the opportunity to see the movie yet. And we empathize with that.
Absolutely, we do.
So, just so you know, this next segment is going to be completely spoiler-free.
Yes, I was hoping you were going to say that. I was like, where's he going with this?
Yes.
Is he going to tell people, spoiler alert? Because then I'm turning it off right now.
Yes, this will be completely spoiler-free. This is just going to be us going by this literally, where we talk about what we thought the movie was going to be based off the trailer, and did it meet those expectations or not. Now, if you're like, God damn it, I really want to hear your opinion on the movie itself, and, you'll get a little bit of that, but if, I want more in-depth stuff from you guys, let's just say, keep refreshing that iTunes feed. You might get a little surprise at some point.
Yeah, that's right. Keep an eye down the tunnel. There might be something coming your way.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But...
Or not. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who's to say?
I could be completely fucking with you right now. But, I mean, all we have is each other, so, we just kind of have to go with it.
Oh, that was beautiful, Kevin.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so, first trailer in the rear view. Here we go. Arrival.
There are days that define your story beyond your life. Like the day they arrived.
ladies and gentlemen.
It is.
You gave it a need to see?
I did.
I gave it a need to see? Sound the
You're
alarm!
witnessing history here, folks.
Okay, so before we get too far into it, we're just going to kind of reiterate what our thoughts were of the Arrival trailer.
Yeah.
What impressions did we get from it? And so, we did our usual spiel where we, gushed about the cinematography. We were stoked as fuck about the performances and, the actors involved in it, the pedigree of the director. But I think our main takeaways were about how, at its core, it was a movie about them being able to try and communicate with these aliens.
Absolutely.
Try and figure out what's going on. And so right out the gate, James, is that what we got?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes. That is what we got. This trailer sold, for the most part, the movie we got, and I was all the happier for it.
Yeah.
I loved this movie, and I loved that first trailer. The tension, I think, when we reviewed that first trailer, the tension building in it built so intensely and awesome to a very specific moment at the end of the trailer, and the movie, it definitely has tension building in it too, but I don't.
It's a very reserved movie, though.
Yeah,
and I feel like that's something that I think if there's anything that I can say the trailer might have missold or whatever, it's that the trailer definitely, I feel like, builds, and I just noticed this time the score behind that.
Yeah, everything is helping it climb.
It's like it's getting really intense.
Yeah.
And not to say that Arrival doesn't get intense, but just a heads up, it's a very reserved movie.
I'm glad you picked up on that too, because
the pacing is definitely very measured.
Yep.
But
to its benefit, though, it's
totally,
perfectly paced. I thought, but it's a different pace than what the trailer was selling. The trailer was really selling a pace that I felt more in line with this director's last film, which was ScarJo, where that built to an overwhelming, stress me pulling my hair out type of tension. And that's kind of where I thought this movie was going to go based on that trailer. And it didn't. So you're right, it missold it that way. But the movie benefits from exactly what it is.
Yeah, totally. And I will note, having seen the movie now, this would have been a super fucking hard movie to market.
Totally. Yeah.
If you were trying to play it completely straight, which is, here's what is going on here.
Yeah.
Because the movie is, I would say, 65-70% Amy Adams and Jeremy Renner in a room trying to learn the language of this alien and to be able to communicate with it. And that's the driving force of the story, and that's what you're in for. And so...
Yeah, this is not an action...
Yes.
This is not an action movie.
Which we'll come right out and say at the very last shot in this trailer, and this was something that we noted in our review, was we saw these helicopters...
Not just noted, Kevin. This was a big... me getting irritated.
Yeah, we saw these helicopters shooting rockets off into the distance, and we were sitting back and going, did that give away too much? The honest answer is no, it did not give away too much.
But for reasons that make me irritated for an entirely different reason.
Yeah. Definitely, if you watch this full trailer, I don't feel like this spoils too much.
No, totally not.
I think it gives you just enough to go off of. I would say, again, just take the tone of that trailer and go down 2 pegs.
Sure.
In terms of how intense it is. You know what I mean?
We'll get way more into that in our follow up or our
potential follow-up.
Our full.
We haven't guaranteed it yet.
Yeah, that's true. If we do it, the full trailer in the rear view.
This is
episode.
The tip of the iceberg.
This is the tip of the iceberg. So, selling the movie, yes. Yeah. The trailer done did good.
Yes,
there you go.
Absolutely.
That's what I have to say about that.
Looking in the rear view, That was a good trailer.
Yeah, good trailer.
Yeah.
Good trailer for a good movie, too.
Definitely.
You know, we obviously we'll get trailers where it's like, man, that was a hell of a trailer. We both needed to see it based on that trailer. That movie was shit. You know, it's like, we're going to get movies like that.
Yeah.
But not in this case. It was great.
Yeah, for sure. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're almost done for the night.
That's right.
Before we go, we actually have to fix a fuck up.
We have a trailer repair, and we were actually given it quite a while ago, and I'm glad we waited until this episode to correct it because
we talked about Patriots Day.
It's regarding Patriots Day.
Yes.
And if you guys have listened to our last episode, we ranted for quite a while about why the movie's called Patriots Day. Doesn't make any sense. It should be called Boston Strong.
Yep.
Yada, yada, yada. We just couldn't really grasp why it was called that.
Yeah, I remember I Googled it and basically came up empty.
Yeah.
Like, it was, I remember there's a Wikipedia entry that said that it was a holiday specific to 9/11, and I was like, what the fuck is it doing in a Boston movie?
Right.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, we actually had someone contact us.
That's right.
And let us know what the deal was. And so
I'm not gonna say last names because I don't know if people are comfortable with that or something or whatnot. But
sure.
a friend of the show, Scott, called us out and let us know so that we were able to repair this trailer. But fun treat for you guys. We're gonna combine two segments, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do a trailer repair mixed with a James Leesky Presents, Patrick Warburton Presents.
Yes.
So
now bear in mind for our listeners, in a perfect world, that would be what this would be every week with Patrick Warburton Presents. Like if you ever send us an email or write on our Facebook page and like leave us feedback or something, you could hear it as if Patrick Warburton was saying it to you. That's pretty neat.
That's right. Feel like telling us to shut the hell up? Send in an email. We can have Patrick Warburton say it for you.
Yeah, of course. James.
Yeah.
Or should I say Patrick Warburton?
Yeah.
Can you go ahead and read what Scott had to say about the title of Patriots Day?
You betcha. From Scott. I also meant to tell you that Patriots Day is called Patriots Day because that is the holiday in Boston. While I was listening to that episode, I was like, I'm totally going to comment on your Facebook page. And then totally forgot. It commemorates the Battle of Lexington and Concord. And is for some reason when they have the marathon, which people probably told you after you released that episode. No, they didn't, Scott.
No, they didn't.
You were
You're
the
the
only
first.
one, and God bless you for it.
Yes.
End quote.
So thank you, Scott, for letting us know why it's called Patriots Day.
Damn right. Now we learned, man.
Yeah, I feel woke.
You feel awoke?
I feel woke, yes.
Which is great at almost 1 a.m.
Yeah.
It's real late, isn't it?
Yeah, now I'm going to have to wind down, which is a shame.
Yep.
But I had fun doing it. Yeah.
Damn right we did. High five.
High five. Ladies and gentlemen, that was our show.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for maybe a special episode, but at the very least, you know we're going to be back in a couple of
That's
weeks.
right, yeah.
Once again, feel free to hit us up on our Facebook, write into us at trailerhitchmailbox@gmail.com. Send us a trailer if you want to hear our thoughts on it. Tell us your thoughts if you would like us to know what they are and if you want to hear Patrick Warburton read them. Otherwise, you'll end up hearing from us.
That's right.
You have anything else?
Jackie Wilson's sad. No.
All right, well, bye.
Bye, guys. Thanks for listening.
You can't mend holy sails without a sailor stitch, and you can't haul your stuff without a trailer hitch.